Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another product review for you today, a brake fluid tester from Kaiweets. Let's check it out. Yes, a brake fluid tester, a tool I did not know existed, but I think it's something I need. Let's check it out. We've got simple packaging. Inside we've got some instructions. Pretty easy. We've got our product itself right here. And then also it came with a pair of AAA batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and get those installed. Back cap just screws off. Looks like they go, if I don't drop them, negative side down. Nope. It even says right there, if it'll focus, there we go, pointy side down. All right, screw the cap back on. I've got a couple little protectors over the display. We have a power button. Turn it on. There we go, it beeps at me. It has a standard for .3 and .4 brake fluid, and essentially you have two little probes. Come on, focus on the probes, not on me. Nobody wants to see me. There we go. These two little probes, you insert those into your brake fluid reservoir and it'll come back with a number, a percentage on how much moisture is in your brake fluid. So let's go ahead. We've got the Ford over here. Let's move the camera over there and take a look at it. Now there are a few responses it'll come back with once you probe your brake fluid. 0 to 2% is good, 2 to 3% is marginal, and over 3%, I believe, is excess moisture in the brake fluid. Let's see. It says right here in our instructions, yep, 0 to 2, 2 to 3, and greater. Yes, and I need my glasses. So, take off my cap. Now, assuming I've got a secondary kind of screen in here we take out. And now I should be able to just set my probe in here so you can see it. I have some other obstruction in there. Ah, there we go. All right, I have a green, yep, indicator. Pull this out, you can see, well, it said 1.9 to 2% moisture content in here. I did go ahead and replace this brake fluid probably 4 to 5 years ago, probably 4 years ago. So still acceptable. We're gonna go ahead and check out the other cars here because I know, well, I have serviced this car. We've got the Mustang, we have the wife's Outback, and we have my BMW, which I'm not sure how easy it is to get to the brake fluid in that. So I want to try and find one of the vehicles that has a more severe level of moisture contamination. So I've got another project because, well, we all know I need more projects. Let's go find the Mustang. Alrighty, another Ford product here, so we'll see if we've got the same, yeah, similar access issues, but let's, it is also a little low. Let's go ahead and poke it in here and see if we can get a reading. There we go. All right, this rang in at 2.6%. So, you know, I could probably go ahead and change the brake fluid on this next spring. Alrighty, so far, both of these vehicles are right on the line. A nice thing about this, you can keep this in your toolbox at home, an inexpensive tool to help guard against potentially, you know, not quite honest shop telling you, hey, you need to spend $500 on a brake service, a complete flush. Well, if you got your inexpensive tool here, and I'll drop a link below at the Amazon page for it, you can look at this and kind of have an idea, do I or don't I? So if someone comes back and says you need an expensive service job, you've got the information here to tell them, no, I don't. Anyways, let's go up to the garage, check out a couple of more cars and our control group. All right, we're here with the wife's 2015 Subaru Outback, and this has just over 204,000 miles on it. Still runs like a top. Let's go ahead and check out our fluid quality in here. .8%, 1.9%. We're still on the .3, so that's just fine. That is well within specs, so again, great job. Alrighty, we're at our 2015 BMW X5. This has about 145,000 miles on it, and in my ownership, I have not done a brake fluid service. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But anyways, they don't make it that easy to get to the reservoir. Some of the beauty covers have to come off. Some of the little plastic Christmas trees have to come out. But then you've got access to your reservoir in here. So let's again take a look at what we've got going on. All right, I got 1.7, 1.8, 1.6. So we look to be well within 1.4. Yep, okay. Yeah, I pulled it out, that's why. Keep it in there. Here we go. Yep, 1.7, 1.8%, so again, well within range. Alrighty, we've got some unused brake fluids been sitting on the shelf. Not quite sure how long, but it is still new in the container versus in a vehicle. So we're gonna pour a little bit into the cap. Try not to spill anywhere, especially on the car. Let's go ahead and get the display right up next to you here. So even stuff that's been sitting on my shelf for a couple years, a little bit of moisture in there, 1.7%. You know, I've got one more vehicle to try. It's back down in the shop. Let's check that out. I almost forgot about it. Alrighty, we're back here with our 75 Triumph Spitfire. One of our kind of projects waiting in the wings for time and resources to do a restoration on it. But this also has old brake fluid in it. I've added some probably within the last 5 to 7 years. But let's take a probe and see what it looks like. We are at that roughly 2.6 or greater percent, so it is beeping at me saying I should look at servicing this. So better than I thought it would be. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I've added any fluid to it, but it's been probably 20 years since I serviced the brakes, but it's only driven maybe 500 miles since then, but a lot of time in the elements here in the shop. But overall, pretty okay. So my overall thoughts, I think for what this device does, checking for excess moisture in your brake fluid, I think it does that pretty darn well. It gave me a good estimate in all of our vehicles here, and really they were all pretty good with the exception of, well, maybe the Mustang and the Triumph in the back needing some attention next spring. Is it a tool for the price point you want to keep in your toolbox at home? I definitely would. Again, I didn't know a tool like this existed until the team reached out to me and asked if I'd like to review it. So awesome, I'm definitely keeping this in the toolbox here. My only thought to improve it would possibly make these probes a little bit longer, just dealing with the differences in the brake fluid reservoirs you may run into with different makes and models of vehicles. A couple of these, like the Fords, I really had to kind of push it down in there. But I think with a little, even an extra ½ inch on the probes would have gotten me in where I needed to be. So overall, this is a nice little gadget, and I'm definitely going to keep it in my arsenal of tools. I'll put a link below to the Amazon page for this, and Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe below. We've got more product reviews as well as tons of other projects and builds on our channel. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.